In the last 24 months, more money has been poured into one single sector of technology than was invested into the entire internet during its dot-com boom. It's a modern-day gold rush, but the fortunes aren't being dug out of the ground. They're being spun from data, code, and pure computational power. We're talking about AI startups. And while you've probably seen the AI-generated art or played with a chatbot, you might not realize the sheer scale of the industrial revolution happening right now, in real time. This isn't just about making funny pictures of astronauts riding horses. This is about a fundamental rewiring of our economy, our careers, and our future. And it all happened because of a perfect storm of events that converged to create the single most fertile ground for innovation in human history. To understand the sheer velocity of this change, we have to look at the ingredients that created this explosion in the first place. So, why now? Why did AI suddenly go from a niche academic field to the biggest story in the world? It comes down to three key factors that created a perfect storm. First, the data deluge. For the past 20 years, we've been digitizing everything. Every photo you upload, every item you buy, every search you make, it all became data. Trillions upon trillions of data points. For machine learning, data isn't just information, it's food. It's the raw material that trains an AI to recognize patterns, make predictions, and generate new content. We spent 2 decades building the world's largest library without knowing what we'd use it for. Now we know. Second, accessible power. Training these massive AI models requires an absurd amount of computational horsepower, the kind that used to be exclusive to governments and tech giants. But the rise of cloud computing, with services like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure, changed the game. Suddenly, a small team in a garage could rent a virtual supercomputer for a few hours. It democratized access to power, leveling the playing field for ambitious startups. But the final and most important ingredient was a specific technological breakthrough. In 2017, researchers at Google published a paper on something called the transformer architecture. Without getting too technical, this new model was exceptionally good at understanding context and relationships in sequential data, like the words in a sentence. This was the key that unlocked the power of large language models, or LLMs, the engines behind things like ChatGPT. It was the spark that lit the fuse. Data, power, and a breakthrough model. These three forces converged, and the result was an explosion of new companies. But what these companies are building can be split into 2 very different and equally fascinating categories. When most people think of AI startups today, they're thinking of generative AI. These are the rock stars of the AI world, the companies that create new things from scratch. Startups like Midjourney and Runway ML are revolutionizing the creative industries, allowing anyone to become an artist or filmmaker with a simple text prompt. Others, like Jasper, are writing marketing copy, blog posts, and emails, changing the nature of content creation. And tools like GitHub Copilot are writing actual computer code, acting as a superpowered assistant for software developers. This is the flashy, public-facing side of the AI boom. It's imaginative, disruptive, and captures our attention. But there's another quieter side to this revolution: vertical AI. These startups aren't trying to do everything. They pick one specific industry, one vertical, and apply AI to solve a niche, high-value problem with surgical precision. Think about healthcare. There are startups building AI that can detect signs of cancer in medical scans hours or even days before a human radiologist might spot them. In finance, AI models are sifting through millions of transactions per second to detect fraud with an accuracy that's simply impossible for a human team. In agriculture, AI is analyzing drone footage of crops to identify disease and optimize irrigation, increasing food production. This is where AI delivers a clear, measurable return on investment. It's less glamorous, but it's a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. While generative AI creates what's new, vertical AI perfects what already exists. But behind both of these worlds lies a third, hidden layer of the AI economy: the companies that are quietly becoming the most powerful of all by providing the essential tools for everyone else. During the gold rush, a few lucky prospectors struck it rich. But the people who made the most consistent and often the largest fortunes were the ones who weren't digging for gold at all. They were the ones selling the picks, the shovels, the denim jeans, and the wagons. In today's AI gold rush, the same thing is happening. A whole class of startups has emerged that don't build consumer-facing AI art generators or cancer detectors. They build the infrastructure, the digital picks and shovels that every other AI company needs to function. This field is called MLOps, or machine learning operations. Take a company like Scale AI. An AI model is only as smart as the data it's trained on. But that data needs to be meticulously cleaned and labeled. Scale AI created a platform that uses a combination of AI and human workers to label massive datasets, telling an AI, this part of the image is a car, or this part of the text has a positive sentiment. They're providing the refined fuel for the entire ecosystem. Then you have a company like Hugging Face. They've become a sort of digital town square for the AI community, a place where developers can share, download, and collaborate on pre-trained AI models. They provide the foundational blueprints that save other startups thousands of hours and millions of dollars in development time. These picks and shovels companies are the unsung heroes of the AI boom. They're less visible to the public, but they are deeply embedded in the foundation of this new economy. Their success isn't tied to a single hit application, but to the growth of the entire field. And it's this entire ecosystem that is forcing a dramatic reckoning inside every company, from the corner store to the Fortune 500.
For business owners and executives, the rise of AI startups presents a stark choice: adapt or become irrelevant. For decades, businesses have chased efficiency through better processes or software. AI offers something different: cognitive automation. It starts with efficiency. AI tools can now handle the repetitive, thankless tasks that drain human creativity and time. A customer service department can use an AI chatbot to resolve 80% of common queries instantly, freeing up human agents to handle the most complex, high-empathy problems. An accounting firm can use AI to audit financial records in minutes, a task that once took a team of humans weeks. But the real advantage goes beyond just saving time. It's about gaining a competitive edge that was previously unimaginable. An e-commerce company can use an AI personalization engine to analyze a customer's browsing history in real time and tailor the entire website to their tastes, dramatically increasing the likelihood of a sale. A logistics company can use AI to analyze traffic patterns, weather forecasts, and delivery schedules to optimize routes, saving millions in fuel costs and delighting customers with faster shipping. Ignoring this shift is like being a business in 1995 and deciding you don't need a website. For a time, you might survive, but eventually, you'll be competing against businesses that are faster, smarter, and more connected to their customers. The AI startups of today are providing the weapons for the corporate battles of tomorrow. But this profound shift doesn't just stop at the company level. It drills all the way down to the individual worker and what it means to have a career. The conversation around AI and jobs is often filled with fear. The fear of mass unemployment as robots take over. But the reality, at least for now, is more nuanced and, in many ways, more interesting. Yes, AI will automate tasks, but it's also creating entirely new roles and transforming existing ones. The most obvious impact is the talent war for technical experts. Machine learning engineers and AI researchers are the new rock stars of the tech world, commanding massive salaries and perks. But the more profound change is happening for everyone else: the marketers, the lawyers, the project managers, the artists. For these professionals, AI is not a replacement, it's an amplifier, a tool. The most valuable professionals in the coming decade will not be the ones who can do a task, but the ones who can leverage AI to do that task 10 times better and faster. A graphic designer who uses AI to brainstorm initial concepts can explore hundreds of creative avenues in the time it used to take to sketch out one. A financial analyst who uses AI to sift through market data can spot trends and opportunities that would be invisible to the naked eye. The phrase to remember is this: you won't be replaced by AI. You will be replaced by someone using AI. This means the most important skill for the modern professional is no longer just expertise in your field,
but the ability to learn, adapt, and integrate these powerful new tools into your workflow. But this rapid, world-changing growth isn't without its shadows. The same technology that promises so much progress also brings with it a host of new and unsettling challenges. This breakneck pace of innovation comes with serious growing pains. The first, and perhaps most critical, is the problem of bias. An AI model is trained on data from the real world, and the real world is full of historical and societal biases. If an AI is trained on historical hiring data, it might learn to favor candidates from certain demographics, perpetuating inequality under a veneer of technological neutrality. Then there's the issue of data privacy. These AI models are hungry for data, our data. As startups collect more and more information to train their systems, it raises profound questions about who owns our digital lives and how that information is being used and protected. There's also a business challenge known as the moat problem. Many of these incredible AI startups are building their products on top of foundational models created by tech giants like OpenAI or Google. This creates a precarious situation. What happens if the giant decides to offer the same feature your startup does, but for free? How do you build a defensible business when you don't own the core technology? And finally, there's the specter of regulation. Governments around the world are waking up to the power of this technology and are scrambling to figure out how to control it. Future rules around data, transparency, and safety could dramatically alter the landscape for these startups, adding a layer of uncertainty to this new frontier. These are not easy problems to solve. They are the complex, messy trade-offs that come with any technological revolution.
The insatiable growth of AI startups isn't a bubble or a passing trend. It's the beginning of a new era. Like the invention of the printing press or the rise of the internet, it is a fundamental shift in how we create, operate, and interact with the world. This explosion of innovation is spawning a new generation of companies that will redefine what's possible in every industry. It's a force that will create immense wealth, demand new skills, and challenge us to think deeply about what we want our future to look like. The AI revolution isn't coming. It's here. And understanding this new landscape is the first, most crucial step toward navigating the challenges, seizing the opportunities, and finding your place within it. If you found this video useful, consider subscribing for more deep dives into technology and business strategy. Thanks for watching.